Writing prompt. The first human spaceship to achieve FTL is stopped by the universe police and given a speeding ticket. The first ship mankind made that achieved FTL was a marvel of ingenuity and engineering. A true masterpiece made by the combined Earth Space Agency. It was the combined effort of thousands of scientists, engineers, anthropologists, philosophers, psychologists, and countless others. From raising the onboard AI with tender love and care, to creating the manifold dimensional origami drives, to providing the crew with proper preparation for every possible contingency that humanity could logically think of. The ship even had the gear needed to communicate with life that was so radically different from carbon-based humans and silicon-based androids that we wouldn't know them to be forms of life normally. They called it the key, for it was seen as the means for mankind to transcend our dark and dirty past, to ascend past our previous mistakes and become better. Something to open a new endless horizon for us to explore, learn about, and live in. When it left the orbital shipyard specially built for its construction, the whole of humanity was watching in awe. From the underground Mars city to the nascent Dyson swarm control facility in orbit of Venus. From the asteroid miners between Mars and Jupiter to the 10 billion people still living on Earth. Everyone watched it. Everyone saw as it activated its complex and powerful FTL drive, and with a strange but beautifully bright glimmer, it left our solar system behind. It would just visit the closest star systems and then report back to Earth. But it would open up for mankind to truly be free, to truly see the universe in a way we have been dreaming of for nearly 2 centuries. Soon, more exploratory vessels would follow in the Key's wake. Mining ships, long-term bases, terraformation teams, colonies, it would all open to us. And finally, mankind could be freed, given a proper post-scarcity future. Not just UBI, free food, free housing, clean free water, and healthcare, but total post-scarcity. A better tomorrow was surely something we could achieve soon. Humanity, free at last from toil, from sickness, from material want, and maybe even from death. When the Key returned, we were confused. It had been given a speeding ticket, and we were warned not to break the speed laws of the universe again. When we tried again, and the ship was confiscated, that was when we came to understand just how screwed we were. The speed of light was a universal law, enforced by the traffic police of the universe. A concept that was made obsolete following the massive world restructuring, following the near-global ecological and economical collapse of the 2050s. Planet Earth technically have a police force, made up of incorruptible cyborgs that work for Interpol. Crime wasn't really a thing any longer on Earth, at least. With the economic restructuring, increased mental health care, and the equalization of all humanity following the execution of the rich global elite, crime rates had plummeted. Some crime happened out on the frontier, which was the cyborg Interpol agent's job to deal with. But there were about 100 of them in total, and most of them are only working part-time as agents. So understandably, humanity was quite livid about having to deal with that outright nonsense again. And by having those bozos around, telling humanity what we could and couldn't do, we had very little potential to grow beyond our current capacity. Sure, the Dyson swarm would solve a lot of our problems, but even then, we wanted more. Humanity is not meant to sit in a cage waiting to die. So we built another FTL ship, and this time, we grew as many genetically engineered and cybernetically enhanced super soldiers as we could. We gave them massive, cartoonish armor that was aesthetically pleasing to the many vast, nerdy cultures of humanity. And we armed them to the teeth with previously theoretical weaponry that, under UN laws and regulations, were technically illegal. But we decided to declare war against the universal police, so we would do a few crimes as a treat. And we didn't just send out one ship. We sent out as many as we could possibly make, while keeping a few of them behind, just for insurance's sake. So we loaded the genetically loyal and extremely powerful super soldiers onto what should have been our fleet of Star Trek-esque exploratory vessels, but instead became our fleet of damn star destroyers. Because we also loaded up the ships with a truly ludicrous amount of armaments, just in case, and sent them into the universe to go faster than light and break the damn law. Of course, the universe police came to those ships, demanding that they stop. Their weapons were strong, but We had made an elite army of killers. It's like pitting 2 cowboys armed with revolvers against 1,000 cavemen armed with clubs. Sure, they'll take down a fair number of cavemen, but at the end of the day, those cowboys will have their skulls crushed by hard clubs. We lost a lot of good super soldiers, but they brought back the police ships to Earth, where we loaded them up with even more super soldiers and sent them back to wherever the damn police had come from. Not all of them, of course. Our engineers and data scientists pulled some of those ships apart bit by bloody bit, learning as much as possible about the universe cops that thought that they could tell humanity what to do, even though we have never entered into a societal contract with them or their superiors. They don't rule us. Their laws don't apply to us, and they would have to conquer us to make us kowtow to any idiotic laws that would bind us as caged animals to a single star system, which they of course attempted. They sent an entire fleet of universe police cruisers against Earth, charged us with illegal genetic experimentation, murder, violent anarchist attacks on universal law officers and their ships, multiple counts of grand theft starship, attacking a massive reality prison causing a mass breakout of eldritch abominations and illegal parking. They told us that the entire system would be placed into a massive prison cell and we'd get cosmic life for our crimes, which would mean that we'd be imprisoned until the sun burned out. That was when the Venus Dyson Swarm Control Facility redirected the full power of the damn sun on the police fleet, and all hell broke loose. The stolen ships, our hastily made orbital defenses, civilians who weren't going to just take some space pigs telling humanity what to do, our own remaining ships, and whatever else we could throw at the police, did their absolute best at annihilating the police forces of what we could only assume to be a Kardashev Class 4 or V civilization. We did some damage, sure, but they were armed this time, seriously and dangerously armed, and even with our stolen technology, we could do little but destroy their smaller crafts. It seemed for a moment that all would be over soon, until the cavalry arrived. One of our ships full of insane and bloodthirsty super soldiers had attacked a reality prison, which is apparently where they keep guys like Cthulhu, Typhon, or Apophis. You know, beings that break the laws of physics all the time. And those guys who are seemingly cosmic criminals somehow, they figured they owed little mankind a favor. So they came, they wiped out the entire police fleet, and began making some offers we couldn't refuse, Godfather style. Since mankind as a whole was apparently considered massive criminals now by the boring and frankly oppressive society of the universe, we felt we could do with the backing of some bigger fish. So we accepted. Sure, we're aligned with forces that want to overtake the universe and break nearly every possible law of reality. We're basically members of the extra-dimensional mafia, but it's all right. Technology is booming. We're achieving scientific results that we never thought possible. Magic works. Transhumanism is taking off in a big way as we're getting eldritch technology, turning us stranger and stranger. Our art is stunning. Our extrasolar colonies are growing. Genetic engineering and full cybernetic conversions are no longer considered freaky. A significant amount of people are now voluntarily members of a human hive mind on a permanent or temporary basis. And we're not going to get our souls eaten by the elder gods, unlike all those societies out there that accepted the laws of the universe police and their corrupt civilization.